There's a reason why you don't like offering this service, and there's a reason why it's so hard to sell it. So we got to see it for a second so we can admit that this is just not the way we should be doing business. Hey, it's Alze Calhoun with Coveted Consultant. Let's talk about the marketing service you should never, ever, ever offer, but you're probably offering right now. We're going to talk about what not to offer, why you shouldn't offer it, and what to offer instead. So the offer that I'm talking about, the service that I'm talking about, is the get you on social offer. Now, you may call it different things, but you've told your clientele, we need to get you on social media. We need to get you on the internet. And so we're going to offer you this awesome package so that you can be on social media. And so what you'll do is you'll offer to set them up on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. You may even do some website edits as well. You may get them set up on Twitter. You're going to give them the whole pack, right? You're going to get them on social media. Why is this a bad idea? Because it's too complex. It's too expensive. So you're going to have to make videos. You're going to have to make images. You're going to have to take photographs. You're going to have to write copy. That's in addition to trying to establish a target market, developing an overall content strategy, and then trying to get all of this done under whatever budget they claim to have. But wait, there's more, because each of these things is different, is applied differently to every social platform. Image sizes, image shapes, length of copy, tone of copy. Each one of those things is different for every social platform you apply it to. But wait, there's more. The client you're working with, while you're going through all of that density, the client you're working with does not understand any of this. You've got to explain every single step. You've got to explain every single micro step, because the client's going to get overwhelmed as you discuss every bit of detail and as you change every application for every social media platform. But wait, there's more. If you can get through all of this and maintain a smile on your client's face, if you can actually get through all of this work, when you're finished setting up all these social platforms, what does your client have at the end? Nothing. Because all you do is just set them up. So there's no sense of momentum on any of these platforms. You just did a whole lot of work. Now, sanity check here. Is this work useful? Yes. Is it valuable? Yes. Is it something that should be done on your client's behalf? Yes. The trouble is that too much of this work falls on deaf ears for your clients. They just simply don't understand it, and it requires too much of your expertise to resonate so little with your clients. Now, I'm going to make a very clear recommendation on what you should be doing instead, but we have to see this for the density that it is. We have to see it for the discomfort that it currently brings. There's a reason why you don't like offering this service, and there's a reason why it's so hard to sell it. So we got to see it for a second so we can admit that this is just not the way we should be doing business. Here's a better way of doing it. So instead of this overarching, way too comprehensive service, what should you do instead? Well, let me make a very clear recommendation for you here. What you should do instead is take one of these things and offer the starter pack. This is the X starter pack. Now, what makes this better? Because if we're honest, you're only good at one of these things anyway. One of these four things is what you and your company are already good at. You've already got proven expertise, proven case studies. You have more excitement about doing one of these things anyway. So just admit that. Admit that you're better on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook or with websites or with Twitter or whatever other social platform makes sense. Admit to where you're best. So you've made the admission. You've made the admission about where you're best. What you've also done is given a clearer scope of work to your prospective client. Right now, they can just focus on one particular platform and trying to get what they believe is the best end result from that platform. So now the two of you get to discuss, okay, we're going to now launch an X campaign. What are the most valuable things you want to see from your X campaign. And there are a variety of options here. Maybe it is just getting started. Maybe it is the first 10 social posts. Maybe it is their first client or first set of engagements or first referral. There's a variety of things to discuss. But now you can focus that conversation on one social platform and use your expertise to help them get it. So from that clear scope, you can now identify a win, and you should be able to quantify that. So maybe it's simply posting consecutively for the next 10 days or for the next 6 months or for the next 12 months. Because oftentimes your clients lose value on social media, not because the profile is hard to set up, it's because they don't stick to the platform long enough to see any real value from it. So if you can give them consistency on the platform, then they can begin to see the likes, the comments, the shares, the engagement, the referrals, whatever their particular metric happens to be. By the way, you can help them define this metric. Because if they have an out-of-the-box expectation, an inappropriate expectation, well, you can nail them down right now and say, hey, that's a little bit too far for where you are today. An appropriate set of expectations would be thing 1, thing 2, or thing 3. And then they can decide, your client can decide, if 1, 2, or 3 are valuable for them. If they are, great, get to work. If not, then you can simply decline to work with them. I know that when you see these two things side by side, the comparison is so obvious. Clearly, we should be doing this and not do this. But here's the real truth. It's easier for you to offer the Get You on Social pack. All you have to do over here is just set up their social profiles. It's a very low accountability offering for you. But over here, you've got more accountability. You have to identify which social platform you're best at, and then you've got to figure out for your client where their real win is. But as you're thinking about this, which of these two is more exciting for your client to buy? Which of these two would allow you to charge a premium? I think we can admit that your willingness to focus on your expertise and your willingness to offer your expertise in some form of quantifiable way makes it more exciting for your clients. I would argue your profits are over here.